Hi everyone, happy Monday. Happy marvelous magnificent Monday. It is November the 21st, 2022, and it's time for your Mindful Minute with Dr. E. I'm laughing to myself because when I hit the record button first I said happy Tuesday. I was already ready for Tuesday. And I typically don't try to, fast forward things. I like to be in the moment. So that was definitely funny. Even as I think about it, I'm giving myself a nice chuckle. But I know what you're wondering. You're wondering, Dr. E, what do you want us to be mindful for this evening? Guys, I am full. I'm giddy. I got a call from one of my dearest friends, Tasha, and she said something to me that has excited me to no end. She presented something to me, and it has been in my heart. So when she said it to me, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that it will happen. This project will happen, and I'm speaking it because that's what I've been led to do. I just know that something wonderful is on the horizon, and I'm super excited about it. But that's not what I wanted you to be mindful for today. So many things are on my mind. But the quote in the email for tomorrow says, stop telling, your sad stories. Actually, what it says is we're addicted to telling our sad stories. We're actually addicted to telling our sad stories. And I've come to describe that as victimizing myself when I want to sit down and feel sorry about what I don't have, what I've lost, what has gone, or the fact that things, whatever they are, may not be what I expected them to be. And of course, I tell you all the time about acceptance over expectation. And although I say it, I try to practice it as much as I can, but don't always follow my own advice. Having said that, I agree that we have to stop being addicted to telling our sad stories, because all it does is tie us down to the sad stories for longer than they're useful. The only reason why we should look back in the past is to learn and keep moving. Whether it was a good memory or a good experience or a bad memory or a bad experience, learn what you got to get and keep moving forward, to continue to keep looking behind you and lamenting over it and crying over it and making yourself feel horrible about it does you no good, Monique. I say it to myself and I say it to you. It does us no good, guys. And we'll lie to ourselves and we'll say we're trying to figure out why. No, we're not. And I have come to understand, as much as an educator, I said that our why is so important. Remember your why, because your why is what inspires you. But sometimes trying to figure out why is like tying an anchor around yourself and then throwing yourself in the ocean. You get stuck down there in it. You get stuck. You get stuck and you stop moving forward. So if you telling yourself those stories and constantly repeating your problems over and over and over again ad nauseum, it's making you miserable. Don't you know that you are fully in control of releasing yourself from that misery? You are fully in control of releasing yourself from that misery. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. And I have also learned that as long as you put it to the side and distract yourself with something else and busy yourself with something else instead of dealing with whatever emotion you're carrying around an event, you won't really move past it in a way that allows you to leave it in the past. So sit with it if you need to sit with it. Talk about it if you need to talk about it. But talk about it from a standpoint of, how can I grow from it? What solutions can I put on the problem that I have? If we're just talking about being sad just for the fact of being sad, if we're discussing our problems just for the fact of discussing our problems, particularly if we're trying to get sympathy from people, again, playing the victim, that doesn't serve us well, guys. And eventually people will get tired of it. That's just the reality. Because we all have things that we face and go through, things that we might call problems. And so everybody's got their load to carry. Oftentimes I say that, being worn down, being burned out is not about the load we carry, but how we carry the load. And so when we're addicted to our problems and always talking about our problems, rather than leaning into gratefulness and being thankful that we even have the problems, right? I'll tell you this. I remember one time my brother and I were talking about, I don't know, we were talking about something, and it made me think about, I could complain about the traffic. I used to complain about traffic. I work, a good little ways from my house. But now I lean into gratefulness, and I said to myself, well, I'm thankful that I have a job to go to that takes me a while to get to. And I'm thankful that I have a car that's dependable, that gets me where I need to go. And I'm thankful that I have a good taste of music that, I can dance and sing while I'm driving, and everybody looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm dancing while I'm driving. And I don't mean to not honor how you feel and that you have problems. But when you talk about those problems, talk about them through the lens of how can I solve them? How can I move past? How can I grow? Not telling the story just to tell a story. That's what I want you to be mindful for today. That's what I want you to think about today. And I hope that rather than being addicted to talking about our problems, we learn to be addicted about talking about our joys, about talking about the things that make us smile and make us laugh and bring lightness and love into our hearts and into the hearts of others. I think that that's a better way to spend our time, don't you? Having said that, I want to leave you with a little word of advice. If you do intend to choose joy today, you can do that by being loving, kind, and gentle to yourself. You can do that by being loving, kind, and gentle to others. And you can do that by gifting the world the beauty, the warmth, and all the compassion that your smile conveys. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the video, hit like. If you have a comment to give me a little feedback, go ahead on and do that. Share it with a family or a friend and subscribe to the channel so you can get the videos as soon as I make them. Thank you guys for your support. Take care.